Hi, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys all about the dreaded tilt table test. Now, if you are going through a diagnostic journey trying to figure out if you have dysautonomia or maybe POTS, it's likely that you've heard of this term from your doctor, your cardiologist, your general practitioner, and maybe you're scheduled to have this done on you in the near future. So you're looking for information about what exactly the table test is, what it's like, what you're going to be going through, just in general, what to expect. I know for me, when I heard I was going to have this procedure done, I was really nervous. It sounds kind of scary. Are you going to be strapped down to a table? Are you going to be able to move? I had all these concerns. And then, of course, you have this postural tachycardia. So you're afraid that you're going to be stuck upright for an indefinite amount of time and your heart's going to go crazy. And so you're really nervous about it. So what I would like to do today is kind of alleviate some of that fear, hopefully, and just give you some knowledge about what the tilt table is and what my experience was like. So prior to the test, they don't want you drinking or eating anything. I believe maybe midnight the night before you have to stop drinking or eating. And then you go into your appointment and you put on the little gown, and there's this skinny flat table, and you lay down on it and they strap you in, or maybe they don't strap you first, but at first they have to get your vitals for I think 5 to 10 minutes just laying down flat. So that part's easy. That part's good. They have you hooked up to the EKG machine and they're monitoring your blood pressure and everything else. And so you're laying down for 5 to 10 minutes there so they can get a baseline of what your heart is doing and your blood pressure. And then they start to rise the table up. I believe it was, I want to say 75-degree angle, so you're pretty much, upright. And she told me that I was going to be on the table for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes while they did all the vitals and everything, but it didn't last that long for me, and I'll tell you why. But anyways, you're strapped in, you have all the leads on you from the EKG machine, and it's a dark, quiet room. I think they try to keep it as calm as possible. They don't let anyone with you in the room, at least they didn't for me, probably because they don't want any distractions or anything like that. But you're strapped in, you're standing up, and if you do in fact have dysautonomia or POTS, pretty quickly you start to feel pretty awful. And I certainly did almost right away. I just felt, nauseous, lightheaded, dizzy, heart was racing like crazy. And, you check in with them. She's right there next to you on the computer, and she's asking you, how are you feeling? And you're telling her, and she's like, okay, just a little bit longer, and then, you're just standing there and you want to get down so bad. Like, it is not fun because, not only are you dealing with your symptoms that you've been dealing with, you're dealing with another variable, and that is being strapped down and feeling like you don't have control. And that's not something that I handle very well, and I'm sure most people don't. So it's, pretty anxiety inducing anyways. So actually, she let me down off of the table after only 7 minutes because I just couldn't tolerate it anymore. And you have that freedom, they're not going to force you to stay up there for 20 minutes if you feel like you can't handle it. They let you down. And it's funny because when they let you down, it's really strange, but you still feel, or you feel like you're falling backwards once they level you. It's really strange. But you feel really relieved once you're down. You feel lightheaded and dizzy for a while after the test, because usually at home you would have been sitting down within the first, minute or so because you just couldn't tolerate standing, depending on how severe your case is. But yeah, it was pretty basic. I know I've heard a lot of stories where they inject things into your body to see how you react or things like that, but not for me. It was pretty basic, just, strapped to the table, hooked up to the EKG machine, lay down for 5 to 10 minutes, get a baseline, and then, they raise you up and monitor you for a while. after they laid me back down and I could sit up, after I felt okay enough to sit up, they leave the room and you get dressed. And the nurse said not to worry, that I only lasted for 7 minutes because they got really good data. And so that was encouraging. And even though she's not the doctor and she can't tell you, hey, you have POTS, this is, confirming that. She did tell me that my heart rate went up to the 160s almost right away upon standing the bed up, and it didn't go back down until they lowered me. So I pretty much knew right away that, yes, this is what I'm dealing with. This is, finally giving me the affirmation that I do have dysautonomia and POTS. So it was encouraging. I mean, you don't want to have the condition, but you also, you've been searching for answers for such a period of time that you're just ready to hear it. And I certainly was. So she told me that I would have to wait, for the doctor to go over the results. And we waited for about a week and then read the report. And it was, confirmed that it was consistent with POTS. So, yeah, that was my experience with the tilt table test. I don't really have a lot more that I can add to that. If you have any questions about it, let me know down below in the comment section. I would be happy to answer those. Subscribe to my channel for other videos. I've been making videos pretty regularly. In fact, I've uploaded 3 videos already this week, and I plan on continuing to make regular videos all about POTS, dysautonomia, how to cope, the different things we can do to help ourselves, and just to spread knowledge and awareness to this syndrome. And so, yeah, I will insert the links to my other videos for you to watch, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Click the bell so that you are made aware when I'm making those videos, and please like this video, and again, leave me a comment. Tell me a little bit about yourself, about your story, what brought you to my video. Tell me if you're planning on having this tilt table test done, and I can, talk you down. I know that I was reaching out to other YouTubers before my test, just wanting to get more information. Should I be this nervous, and what's going to happen to me? So I want to be that for you. I'll be there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Take care.